Fantastic. So, welcome to your new student onboarding with Unitech. I am going to be your instructor for your 9-month journey. My name is Miss Brandy Guillory. Feel free to call me Miss Brandy or Miss B, either which works. Um, and welcome to Unitech. Welcome to Medical Billing and Coding. We are super excited to have you guys here. We are going to start out this morning with just some brief staff introductions and a presentation from Career Services. Let's see. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. Perfect. All right, so the first person I'm going to talk to you about this morning is our director of the online campus, Miss Jessica Washington. She is basically the supervisor over the entire online campus. Generally, she is here to welcome you guys herself and introduce herself and kind of explain what she does and what she does directly for you guys. But she's probably tied up this morning. So we're just going to meet her with some grace, and I'll let you know if there's ever a situation where I have to speak to my supervisor. There's two people that I'm going to go to for that. And the first one you'll meet here in a minute. That's our Director of Education, Miss Marcia. And then Miss Jessica would be our second person to go to if we needed extra help with anything. But the whole point of our introductions is to let you guys know that you have a team of people standing with you, going through this journey with you. We are here to ensure your success, to ensure you're prepared, and that you get into, we don't want to find you a job. We want to find you a career. So this is the first step in that, in finding you a career. And we are all here to help. So let's see, we're going to move on to our Director of Education, Miss Marcia, and I know she wants to introduce herself, so I will turn over the floor.
Miss Brandy, would you mind taking me off share?
Yeah, I would not mind.
I know, I'm so needy and extra.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. My name is Miss Marcia Gallagher. I'm the Director of Education. I am so glad to see you today. You'll be seeing me regularly. I pop in and out. I'm going to call you on the phone. I'm going to check on you. There's two things that I want to tell you today. Number one, today isn't just your first day of school. I want you to think of it as today is your first day of your new career. Yes, I said career, not job, because what you're actually doing right now is preparing for a real career. So that means you're going to have deadlines, right? You have to make meetings. Start practicing those skills now, because guys, medical billing and coding, I never dreamed when I took my little medical billing and coding class online while I was homeschooling my 5 kids at the kitchen table that I was going to one day be the director of an education for a school. So this is a career that I never dreamed for myself. And I see the same thing with you guys. This beginning can take you in a million different directions. So get those skills down now. Make sure you're doing your assignments. Miss Brandy is going to be your supervisor. I will be your CEO. So just start practicing those things now. The second thing I want to tell you is you're not a number to us. You're a real person. Unitech is probably one of the few schools that you're going to find that your whole team, your support team, Miss Brandy, me, Miss Tamara, Miss Jessica, we actually really care about your success. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help guide you so that you have a successful career. You're not a number. You're very important. And one of the things that we need from you is communication. Communicate. We can't help you if we don't know. If you have COVID, sometimes we have students, guys, that they're on day 10 of no attendance and we don't know what's going on and they've had COVID. Let us know you have COVID so that we can keep that in mind, so we can send out, prayers and good wishes and, check in on how you're feeling. And then we can also be aware of what we need to do to help you get caught up. So communicate with us. Don't wait till you're ready to throw the computer out the front door and say, I'm done with all this mess. No, we are willing and very able to get on a Zoom with you, just let us know what you need. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first day of your new career.
Thank you so much, Miss Marcia. All right, so the next person we are going to talk to, and normally she tries to hop on with us for onboarding as well, but I think she's actually on vacation today or out of the office, and that's our online registrar, Miss Franny Gotro. She is kind of the glue that holds our wheel together. She formulates you guys' diploma plans. She formulates your GPA. She puts your grades, your final grades into the system. Um, she is the person you contact if you ever need any kind of documentation, verifying that you're in school, anything like that. She's the person we get with for all of those administrative things. So she really helps, keeps, everybody rolling and in check and everything. So she's very, very important to our online campus, huge part of our online campus. And our last department that we're going to introduce you guys to is going to be so vital for y'all, and it's so important. And I'm going to turn over the floor to Miss Tamara Duncan, and she is in charge of the Career Services Department for Medical Billing and Coding. And she's going to be the person that's going to help you guys get into that career. So I'm going to let her introduce herself. Miss Tamara?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to Unitech Training Academy. I am Tamara Duncan. I am the Medical Billing and Coding Career Services Coordinator. One moment while I share my screen. I have a really quick presentation for you all. All right, let's get this out the way. Let's maximize that. And let's get started. Again, welcome everyone. Really quickly, our agenda. So I'm going to speak about our services, required forms and purpose of those forms, a little bit about professional development, guest speakers, and then contact info. Unitech Training Academy Career Services is here to support our online students and graduates in their career development journey in the healthcare and IT field. The things that we assist with, the services that we provide, are career advising, assistance with job placements, and that's where we literally go out into the field, speak with employers. We can shop your resume around, all that good stuff. Mock interviews, which we provide for you all, and professional development in the forms of various workshops. Now, this is very, very important. Students will be required to read, acknowledge, and sign specific forms that will be part of your certification program. Failure to complete these forms at a certain time can hold up your completion process. It won't keep you from graduating, but it'll definitely slow you down. So I, as a coordinator, Mr. Kelby, that you probably will touch bases with when we have our next professional development workshop, we'll be in constant communication with you to make sure that you're on track with signing these forms and getting them back to us for our records. The very, very, very first form you will receive within the first week or two of onboarding is your Unitech Career Services Agreement. These are all your responsibilities as a student here at Unitech. So you're responsible for reading through this, checking everything that you are agreeing to, signing, dating, and send back to us. This one is this one is the most important. All of these forms are extremely important, but this one is the most important. This, as I said before, we do shop your resume around out into the community in your area. If we do not have this form, that will not happen. This gives us permission to go out into the community and get your resume seen by employers. So we will be sending this form to you as well. Please make sure that you sign it as soon as you receive it and send it back to us. Halfway through your curriculum, about midway through, you will have a one-on-one advising session with Career Services. And do not worry, we will always be in touch with you. This is not something that we expect for you to remember, but we will be in touch with you and make sure that you answer when we call. Following this session, You're going to receive a resume completion. We'll start with a resume if you have one already. Typically students do. And then we'll update that and then provide a mock interview for you. And you will not receive the mock interview assistance until your final resume is complete. And contact info for Mr. Daigle. He is the coordinator for IT. And here is my contact information here. If you have a LinkedIn profile, please get on LinkedIn and follow me. And if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, get one, create one, because I'm going to tell you to do that anyway. Oh, professional development. We will have our next workshop will be August 29th at 6 p.m. All students are welcome, and you are now a Unitech student, so you are welcome. All right, let me stop sharing. And I'll say that one more time. We do have our next professional development workshop, August 29th at 6 p.m. It will be online. All of our workshops going forward will be online, so there's no excuse to not be here. So we will be sending out flyers and reminders and everything to students so that you all can attend, and students will be required to attend. So I will see you guys August 29th at 6 p.m. Welcome again. Thank y'all.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Tamara.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. All right, guys. Well, that does it for our introductions. The next part is just going to be me and you getting into the nitty gritty of things. So we will say, have a nice day to Ms.
Bye,
Marsha and Ms.
everybody.
Tamara.
Have a great week,
Have a
y'all.
nice day.
Y'all.
All right. So it is just us. And last but not least, I'm going to introduce myself a little bit and explain to you guys what qualifies me to teach you in this program. Okay, so my name is Brandy Guillory. I am married. I have one child. It's the only child I will ever have. So she is my entire world. Everything I do every day, wake up and breathe, work, everything is for her. And my husband, they are my entire world. I have been doing medical billing and coding for a little over a decade now. I started out not knowing anything. I had no certifications. I had no training. I had never worked in a medical anything. And I was thrown into a billing office and I learned. It took me probably the better part of 4 years to learn what you guys are going to learn in the next 9 months. Okay. And actually, you're going to learn more than I learned in the first 4 years because I did no coding. My first 4 years, I only learned medical billing. And the coding came later with another job position. So you guys are going to be so far ahead of everybody else, ahead of the curve. It's not even funny. This program will give you an incredible leg up, and it will basically open you up for almost any position you want to do in a medical office that's on the administrative side of things. We do not mess with patients at all. We may talk to them on the phone about their bill, but we don't do anything else with patients. But if you wanted to work the front desk, if you wanted to verify insurance, if you wanted to post payments, if you wanted to do medical billing, claims, corrections, past due balances, aging reports, all of these things, we're going to teach you over the next 9 months. I've worked in I think almost every specialty there is, from neuropsychology to cardiology, pediatrics, oncology, orthopedics. I've pretty much billed or coded it all over the years. And now I teach this program. I've done this going on 3 years, and I contract myself out as a billing manager to whoever needs me, whatever doctor's offices, clinics. I've worked for some urgent cares doing billing management functions. And what's fun about that, guys, is once you get a few years under your belt and you're ready to go out on your own, you can contract yourself out, you set your rate. I set my rate. When I go to a job interview to contract myself out as a billing manager, this is how much I cost an hour. You can pay me this, or you can hire somebody else. That's how I go into a job interview these days, because I know what I'm worth. I'm specialized, I have experience, and I know what I'm worth. And by the end of this program, you guys are going to be right there with me. Okay? So, a little bit about the program. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again because it gives a good example of how our program works. All right, so our program is about 9 months long and it works kind of like a Ferris wheel. Okay, you guys, we have students that start every week. So we have students that graduate every week. I have 4 students that graduated on Thursday. So they're getting ready to take their certification exams and we're super excited for that. But because we have students that start every week, that means you're jumping into the program, maybe not necessarily at the beginning. You may be jumping anywhere in between and it's just going around and around, right? So where you start is where you're gonna end. So right now, we're probably midway point through the program, to be honest. We start at module or class 151 and we go to 158. And right now we are about to finish up 154, which is the longest, hardest module there is. So I'm glad y'all are starting at the end of it. Okay, because it is all coding, like deep coding. Okay, in depth, going through the CPT manual chapter by chapter and repetitious coding. So I'm glad that you guys are kind of starting at the end of that. We'll get you introduced to coding right now for the next month or so while we finish it up. And then we're going to move into some different administrative stuff in modules 155 and 156. We start talking about the software that you're going to see in a medical office and how to use it, what to use it for, and how it functions. We're going to go over all of that. But so you guys are starting in module 154. And like I said, we're going to be wrapping it up, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday of next week, and then starting a new module. So we're going to take this week and whatever's left of next, let me see. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll be starting module 155 on Thursday of next week. Okay, so we're going to take this week and Monday through Thursday of next week to get y'all accustomed to how to submit assignments, logged into everything you need to be logged into, and getting the ball rolling and getting you an introduction to coding without getting it in depth. You will not have, you're going to see once you get into our e-learning site, once you get into where your assignments and exams and everything are, that there are tests this week and next week. Y'all do not have to worry about those. Y'all are exempt from those exams because how are you supposed to know what you don't know, what you've never been taught, right? So don't worry about any tests or anything like that until we get into module 155. Okay. Any questions about the program and kind of where y'all are jumping in at and how it works?
No. Do we have a meeting every Monday at 11?
No, no, you don't.
Okay.
This is a one-time mandatory-ish meeting,
Right.
just so we can get introduced and I can explain just the key points that y'all need to know to go forward. We do have a meeting once a week on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. Attendance is not mandatory, but it is advised if you can make it. Not everybody can because of work, kids, obligations. I know that school, for a lot of people, it's you're getting it in where you can fit it in. You're really squeezing it in more than you can, really fit it in. So I work with you as much as possible. I record all the meetings. So if you cannot attend, you can go back later. I usually have them posted the very next day and you can watch it at your convenience. So yeah,
Right.
this is the only Monday meeting you'll probably ever have.
Okay, great.
Yep. As far as the classwork, there are no set times every day that you need to be online or have be working online. We don't have a set schedule for that. It's whenever in the day that you can get in there and get some stuff done. Now, that being said, I want to talk about attendance policy because Unitech does have an attendance policy. The expectation is that you guys are logging into your site daily, every single day, Monday through Friday. Okay. I make this really, really easy. You have a daily assignment in a lab. Your daily assignment is one question. One question. If you got to work a double that day, if your kid is sick, if you have something going on with your family, you can pop in, do that daily assignment in about 5 minutes and be done for the day if you need to be. Okay. I make it really, really easy to get your attendance in, but it is very, very important that you do get your attendance in daily. Just like at a traditional university, each of our modules or classes are worth a certain amount of credit hours. You have to be in attendance a certain percentage to get all of those credit hours, and you have to have all of your credit hours in order to graduate. Okay, so your attendance is vital, and we expect it every day. Like Miss Marcia said, if you go a few days without attending class, without submitting anything, you're going to hear from us. I'll give you 2 or 3 days because I mean, crap happens. We have life, right? We all have life. I'll give you a few days. If you don't let me know that something's going on with you, I will text you. I am a big texter more than a phone caller or an emailer. You will hear from me primarily via text. Okay. I will text you and I'll say, hey, I noticed you've been absent for a couple of days. Is there anything I can help you with? Is everything okay? And at that point, that's your opportunity to say, hey, I have such and such going on. I'll be in there ASAP. Okay. And I'm 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna go, sounds great. Thank you for keeping up with me. If you do not answer me and that goes on, if you kind of start to ghost me a little bit, I will call your emergency contacts if I can't get in touch with you after 7 days. If you go a week without calling me, I'm calling your people. Okay? I'm calling your people. And then if that doesn't work, Miss Marcia is going to start calling you and your people. We are going to try to get in touch with you some kind of way. Because again, our goal is to support you guys and help you guys all that we can. All right. So allow us to do that. Allow us to help you reach your goals. You're here for a reason, right? You did not just say one day up and decide, I think I'm gonna jump into this right quick, see what I can do with it. No, you got a goal in mind. You got something you're trying to achieve. I'm here to help you do that. Okay. And I'm gonna do my best to keep you focused on that. So if 14 days goes by and you do not submit anything, you are absent for 14 days, you're out. You are removed from the program, you're dropped, and you have to wait a year, 12 calendar months, before you can get back in. This does not happen often. This is not, usually attendance is not something we have an issue with, because like I said, everybody's here for a reason. We got things to do, we got money to make, right? So that's usually not an issue, but it is a policy that I need to let y'all know about. Any questions about, we already talked about this, any questions about the attendance policy or what you're expected to do daily? I will
is it an app that we're gonna be doing our attendance on?
It's a website.
Okay.
That we're going to talk about the difference between a computer and a cell phone here in just a second. I'm going to show you guys the website where everything is found, and there is an app that goes along with it. But here's the deal: when you get to a workplace, you ain't gonna be working on your phone. You may not even be able to have your phone with you at your desk. So you need to get accustomed to using that computer, using these websites, accessing. You're going to access a lot of the same stuff in this class that you will in the medical office. Your email, you got to learn how to professionally communicate with doctors' offices and insurance companies. That's the two biggest ones. You've got to be professional, and you got to learn how to work on that computer. The more computer proficient you are, the better you are with it, the better you're going to do in this job. Because everything we do is on a stinking computer. Everything. The books are on computers. We access American Medical Association or Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services websites daily in a medical office. So learning how to do those things is very, very important. So 9 times out of 10, I want y'all to work on your computer, not your phone or a tablet or a Chromebook. Those are all not full computers. I want you on either a laptop or a desktop. Now, I understand that sometimes, again, you're getting it in where you can fit it in, and you might be doing an assignment out on your break at your current job. use the app. If you got to, do your thing. But for the most part, when y'all can, I would like y'all practicing on that computer, getting used to it. If you're not already really tech savvy, most people today are, and that's fine. That's good. So let's talk real quick, and we're just going to dip our toes in academics right quick. Just another policy I need to let y'all know about. Your GPA to graduate has to be a 2.0. If you fall below a 2.0, if you fail a module and it drops your GPA, and honestly, I think you have to fail like 2 to drop it that low, to be below 2.0. But once you are below 2.0, you're going to go on academic probation. I'm going to get in touch with you and I'm going to say, hey, we're on academic probation for the next 30 days. Let's see what we can do. This is what you need to make in the next module to get off of academic probation. And we're going to do everything we can to get you there. Okay. So if you do fail, it is not the end of the world. It is not. We're going to work through it. If you fail a module, you will simply have that same module added on to the end of your program and you'll repeat it at that time. That's it. It's not the end of the world if something happens. I have had students that have come to every Zoom meeting from a hospital bed because she had a sickle cell. I've had students who've had babies, deaths in the families. This Christmas, I had a student whose a truck literally went through her house. Like the week of Christmas, while we were on a break. So, I mean, regardless of what y'all got going on, what happens, what life decides to kick you in the face with at some point, that's my thing. I like that life kicks me in the face at least once every other week. We can work through it. We are online, we are flexible, we can work through it, okay? All right. Unitech email. What's the next one? NCCT. Okay. Make a policy, and mine is different. So here's what we're going to do. Okay. All right. So Unitech email. Depending on when you enrolled last week, the first email that you guys are going to get from Unitech is going to be about Microsoft 365 and Microsoft setting up. Basically, we set you up an account. You have to log into it and change the password. That's all you have to do. And then that will give you access to Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, I think Excel, and your Unitech email in Microsoft Outlook. Okay. If you get that email and you are unsure of how to proceed, get with me. I can walk you through that in about 2 minutes. But I have students who spend days trying to do it on their own, never let me know they have problems. I can walk you through it in no time, okay? So get with me. Text message is best, quickest response. So that's email number 1 that you're going to get, Unitech email. Whenever anybody other than me emails you from the school, it's going to this email address. It's going to this Outlook email address, okay?
So you will email us on our email we have set up. They'll email us on the Outlook, right?
Right.
Okay.
Everything
I've already
that you
set
do
mine
is-
up, so it's done.
You're good. Then you're good to go. Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, after you set that up, people will automatically start sending stuff there. Everything that I'm going to send you guys is generally going to go to your personal email because that's the first email address I get for you. So that's the one I save. Now, progress reports, I have to send those through a different system. Those go to your Unitech email, and it'll be probably at least a month before you guys get one, before you have a grade and GPA for me to put on there. But when you do, I need you guys to DocuSign that and send it back. It's super, super important, okay? Let's see, so Unitech email, after you set that up, you're gonna get another email, I think, from Miss Franny, our registrar. She's gonna send you something for your books, and that is called Evolve.
Okay, I didn't receive the book one.
No, and you're not gonna until I let her know that you're active in the class.
Okay.
Yeah, some of y'all have not even received that first email yet. Like I said, it depends on when you signed up. If you signed up late Friday, you probably won't get it till tomorrow. Because it takes IT department like 24 hours to generate it and send it out. So you wouldn't have gotten that one yet. And these next two you probably have not gotten yet either. The one for books, that does not get sent until I let the registrar know that you came to this meeting, you turned in your day one assignment, and she can make you active in the program. You're not active until that day one assignment is to me, and I let them know. So I have already gotten the day one assignment from everybody except one of y'all. I'm not gonna call you out. Just get it to me today, ASAP. But yeah, all of the rest, all of y'all but one, I've gotten that assignment from, and you're good to go. After this meeting, I'm gonna email her and say, hey, mark them active, send them their books. And she'll send that out. Now, in order to access these books, you have to set up an account on Evolve's website. You guys are gonna set that up yourselves using your personal email address, okay? To get access to the books, you have to redeem a code. The code is at the very, very bottom is Miss Franny's email. The very, very bottom. You got to scroll all the way down, and it's a big, she has it in big red bold print. It's like a 16-digit crazy code. And also, when you guys are setting up these accounts, putting in usernames, temporary passwords, copy and paste is your friend. For whatever reason, when you try to type in these temporary passwords, it never works. It never stinking works. Copy and paste that sucker directly from the email, and it should work fine. If it doesn't, get with me. We'll walk through it together. We'll make it work. Okay? Any questions about that? Books and Unitech email. All right. The last one you're going to get, they're going to set you up an account for a website called Moodle. All right.
What is it?
Moodle. It's Moodle, and
Moodle. Okay.
I'm gonna pop in there and show you guys what Moodle looks like, because this is where you're gonna do all of your work. This is where you're gonna find all of your assignments, tests, grades, all the things. All right, you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you see up there at the top, it says Moodle Workplace, but the website is actually a little bit different. It says unitech.diamondlms. This is what we call our e-learning site. Like I said, this is where your classes are, your assignments, tests, everything. So when you sign into Moodle, it's gonna look similar to this. You're gonna come over here, you have a dashboard and a My Courses, right? Whenever you have a new module that you've not been in before, you have to find it on the My Courses page. My Courses page, all right? When you sign in this first time and you go to My Courses, you're gonna have two little boxes here. You're gonna have what this one says, using coding in relation to patient surgery in the body systems. And you're gonna have a second one that is new student orientation. That orientation module is not from me. That is from the registrar. That has to be completed by Friday. It's not long, take you like 30 minutes. But go ahead and knock it out for her by Friday, please. If you do not, she will email me on Monday and say, I need you to talk to so-and-so. They didn't do their orientation. And then, I got to talk to so-and-so. So just make sure to have that done by Friday. But after you click into the course for the first time, you just click on the title. It'll show up on the dashboard, okay? And you'll see them there on your dashboard after you click in that first time, and then you just click in the title. Now, I have more than y'all because I'm an instructor. I teach multiple classes, multiple groups. But you guys are going to be, it's going to be MBC, Medical Billing and Coding. We're in module 154, and you guys are going to be in group 715. All of your courses are going to say 715. And you just click on the title and it's going to pop you right in, okay? And you'll see you have some options up at the top, which are going to be a little bit different than mine. I can actually switch my role so it kind of looks more like what you guys see. All right, so you've got a couple of different options over here. You see you have a grades option. That's where you guys are going to check to see what your grades are after I've graded assignments and things. All you do is scroll down. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the app looks very, very similar. And I like how the website is set up because it's kind of set up like an app. You have some announcements, a virtual field trip that we're doing for the next couple of weeks. And then down here, you have these little tabs, right? And you can see daily assignments, labs, exams, Zoom meetings, course resources, certification resources, and student information hub. You guys will primarily use these top four. Top four are going to be your bread and butter. Your daily assignments, that's your one question assignment that's due every single day. Easiest way to get your attendance, right? You just click on the tab or the tile and you'll see. Now the way I title my assignments, I do it by the day of the module that we're on. So it's really easy for you to see where you're at in the module. All right, see day 1 of 40, 2 of 40, and so on. Now, today we are on day 33 of 40. That's how far along in this module we are. So you're just scroll down, 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 down. And these are the 5 daily assignments for this week. 33 through 37, depending on the day. Very easy to see, find. You click the title, just like with everything else, and it opens it up. What modifiers would you use to indicate the birth of twins when coding? Now, y'all have not read this chapter, so how would y'all know that? Google. Google is your friend in this class. Google is not cheating. Okay. Google is a valuable stinking resource. Use it. Use it. Okay? There's no such thing as closed book test in this class either. There's no closed book. Google is your friend. We use every resource we have available to us when we are in a medical office. Every one of them. So what modifiers would you use? As it happens, I know that off the top of my head. It's going to be 22 and 51, depending on who you're filing it to. So all you do to throw this in there is you click add submission. When you do that, a little box is going to pop up. 51 or 22. That simple. Save changes. Now, it does make you press submit like 4 times, which is ridiculous, but you just got to do it. Confirm, yes. Submission status. Submitted for grading, not graded yet. Once I grade it, it'll pop up there for you that it's graded, okay? Easy peasy. It doesn't get much easier than that, right? And like I said, that daily assignment is always that one question that you can do really fast. All right, so let's talk about labs for a minute. Your daily assignments are due every day. Technically, the labs are too. If you look at their due dates, like let's look at today's. Oh, and there are certain days that you do not have a lab when you have a test. Generally, I won't give you a lab, or I'll give you a really easy, like 5-point something to do. Not a big deal. You'll see that on certain days, it says Zoom at 4. Those are Thursdays. Our weekly class meeting is at 4 every Thursday. So you scroll on down. Today is day 33. Oh, today is a crossword puzzle. Crossword puzzle. But it's all stuff that's in this chapter. So it's a review, a vocabulary review, basically. I try my best to give y'all some variety in the assignments so y'all don't get bored looking at the same thing all the time. It gets really repetitive sometimes. So I try to change things up. So all you would do is just enter your answers. You can Google them or find them in your textbook. And then you check it and it gives you a grade, and it's fantastic. So that's an example of a lab, like what they're doing today. Now, for the labs, while they are due every day, they stay open till Sunday at 11:55. Because we're online, because we're flexible, I give you more time to do those because that is where the bulk of your work is in the labs. If you have to read something in your textbook, it's going to be in your lab. Okay. I try not to assign you guys like more than 10 to 12 pages of reading at one time because, again, monotonous, and we don't have medical degrees, and some of it is just stuff that we're never going to need to read again or see again. But it's important that you at least are familiar with the medical terminology, right? You got to have some place to start. So that's what it does. It familiarizes you with everything. All right. So
Okay,
daily.
so I have a question. On the labs, the crossword puzzle,
Mhm.
we will get those books today, tomorrow, maybe?
Yes. Yes. You will
Okay.
probably get them this afternoon. If not this afternoon, first thing tomorrow.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering because if the
Yeah.
answers are in the book, then
I
we can
am
look in the
not
book.
expecting any of y'all to be in Moodle today.
Okay. Gotcha.
Today,
Okay.
we're going to talk about the next couple of days in just a minute, but great question.
Okay.
Great question. But any questions other than that about the daily assignments and labs? No. And exams are the same, guys. You just click on the tile and it tells you what day. I always tell you what day of the module, 8 to 40, 440, whatever, and I give you the date that it should be completed on, okay? And again, you guys are exempt from all of this. So even though if it's open for you when you get in there, do not worry about it. Do not worry about it, okay? You're going to go through all of this when we wrap back around. I promise you don't miss anything. You're starting on day 33 or 40. You're going to graduate on day 32 or 40 when we wrap back around. Okay. All right. So the last thing, or last couple things we're going to talk about is the Zoom meetings. I have the link for the Zoom meetings to join it up here at the very, very top. So it's always there. If you guys have not joined the Remind app yet on your phone, please do so. I send out class announcements on there. I also send the Zoom link every week. So if you're on the go, you can just click on it on your phone and jump into our meeting with us and listen if you're at work or whatever. And then the recordings, if you can't make it, the recordings are down here. See 6:06, 6:13, 6:20, and you just go in and you can watch them straight from this page. I try to make it easy as possible. Okay.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
So on my Remind, I had joined the class with you, but it's
Pending request.
stating yeah.
Pending request. Yes, I will be approving your request today. I did not want y'all to be getting notifications that did not apply to you over
Okay.
last week, but I will be approving all those requests today. If I haven't already. Yep. Great question. Great question, Jayla. All right. But yeah, I send the join link and then I send the video link over Remind every week. So you guys have that directly to your phone. Let's see. And then these three down here, I think the course resources is just your syllabus. The student information hub is Unitech's website. And the certification resources is the other thing. But honestly, I do not expect y'all to start worrying about the certification stuff until you get closer to the end. About a month before you finish the program, you need to start reviewing and studying for that certification exam, okay? And when it comes time for that, this is the place to go, all right? We have an NCCT prep meeting every Tuesday at 4. I'm sorry if y'all hear a train going by my house right now. The Tuesdays at 4, this is not something that y'all need to worry about right now, okay? If you pop in there now, it's going to be Greek. You're not going to understand any of it because you haven't been through any of it. You haven't learned any of it yet. So don't worry about joining that meeting right now. The NCCT website is also listed here. We suggest that you guys do go in and sign up when it gets close to time because they have some free study resources on their website. CMS.gov free online training. Okay, one of the things y'all are going to learn in this class is that Medicare and the government are the biggest insurance payers in the country. Okay, if you can specialize in Medicare billing and coding, Baby, that's money. That's money. Okay? That is specialized. Everybody takes Medicare. Everybody has issues getting paid for Medicare. Money. All right? There's usually one person in the office, and that's the Medicare specialist. And that's all she does all day long. She puts her little earbuds in, and she works her little Medicare claims, and she makes a little money. If Medicare and CMS give you free training resources, and they're not long, it's like a 30-minute class here, a 20-minute video there, and you get this little pretty certificate that you can print out, and it's free, and it comes direct from Medicare. I got every one of them free things I can, and it's attached to my resume. Okay? Every single one. Every one I could get, I got for free and attached it to my resume. It's here for the money.
So we need to do that like a month before we graduate, or can we do that wait earlier?
You can do it as early as you want to. I suggest you wait until we've talked about Medicare and some of this stuff in class. That's my only thing. You just wait till we cover that material, and that way when you're going into it, it's not Greek to you. You have an idea of what they're talking about, and you're able to follow along easier.
Right. My daughter does that. That's why I asked.
That's what's up. I'm telling you.
All right.
There was a time in my life where it was just me and my daughter, and I did medical billing and coding. I never expected it to take me where it has taken me, but I could tell y'all this right now. If my husband walked out on me today, and I mean, let's be honest, life happens. Life happens. If he walked out on me today, I'm good. I'm good. When I contract myself out, I'm $35 an hour good. $35 an hour good. I can support me and my daughter. And I work Monday through Friday. I work 8 to 5. My holidays are paid. I got 4 weeks of vacation this year.
That's good.
That's what I'm saying,
good.
y'all.
That's good.
The job is worth it. It is worth it. I got security. I got some good benefits too.
Yes.
Good benefits. And here's the thing about working in a medical office. You in with doctors. Your baby's sick. They know the specialist to go see. They know the best people to go see. Right? I had spine surgery a couple of years ago, and I got in with the best orthopedic surgeon in the state. He teaches, they actually, if you ever go to LSU Medical School and you get taught orthopedic spine surgery, the video that you watch is mine. They videoed my back surgery to teach at LSU, the surgeon that did it. I mean, it's a good field, y'all, and it ain't going nowhere. It's secure. It is secure and ever expanding. As long as you can keep up with the computer technology and stuff as we're advancing, you're golden. You're golden. You got a career, and one that'll support you well. Like, I'm here for the weekends and the benefits, and being able to be there for my kid. That's my biggest thing. That's why I work from home, is because I don't want to. I got tired of almost losing my job every time my kid caught a cold, and they didn't want to keep her at daycare, and they needed a doctor's excuse, but I couldn't afford to take her to the doctor, and then I'm missing more work, and I just got tired of that. It's no way to live. Stressed out all the time, worrying about everything. Anybody got time for that? This life is too short.
Amen.
But anyway, that's a whole nother soapbox I could get on. But so yes, take advantage of every free resource and free training that you can get, and make it work for you. And then the list just goes on and on. More practice materials, and I do put the recordings. If you can't make it to the prep sessions, when it's your time to start participating, I put those recordings here for you guys. Okay, so you can always find them. All right, so any questions about Moodle or the e-learning system, where to find what, how to access anything like that?
Okay, so for the e-learning, how that work? Because I only just seen the Moodle part.
That's it. That's pretty much it. The only thing you're gonna have to access when you're doing your assignments and stuff is this site, Moodle, and your book site. And I can show y'all what that looks like too.
What the book site. That's what I meant.
All right, so you notice up in the top, it says Evolve, Elsevier. That's the same company as the company that does our books. So and I always, y'all, when y'all are setting up these accounts, get them to save your password so you ain't gotta mess with it. That is my biggest tip. Let them save the password.
And do we log in with our Unitech email for all this, right?
Not for the
Pertaining
books.
school?
The books you're gonna set up using your personal email. This is
Okay.
the only thing that's gonna require you to create the account yourself.
Okay.
Everything else, you just have to change the password. But
Okay.
books, you do have to set up the account yourself with your personal information. But you don't have to buy anything. You do not have to search for what books you need or anything like that. When you enter in Miss Franny's code, it's going to bring up everything you need all in one little bundle. Okay. So let's see. It's going to ask you, like mine, you'll see I have a link to the Elsevier thing or whatever, and then I have my little tabbies down there. Yours is going to be a little bit different when you sign in. All of this is going to be blank, okay? And it's going to give you a box that says, do you want to submit a code? You get the code from the email, you copy it, paste it in that box, and you redeem it. And I think you have to click redeem like 2 or 3 times to get it all to do. And it's going to give you access to like 6 books. And these are all the books for the entire program, okay? So you're gonna come up with something that looks a little bit similar to this. Again, I'm an instructor, so mine does look a little bit different. But you're gonna have the My eBooks tab, and you're gonna click that, and then it says go to ebook library. And you click that. And then it's gonna open up your books for you. And what they call a bookshelf. It's just basically a little row that shows you the covers of all your books. You scroll down a little bit and you see it says My Books with an arrow, and it lists them there. There's an arrow so you can move down this line and find more, okay? Some people think, I don't have everything. They missed a little arrow at the end. It's okay. But yeah, see, I have several versions because I've been doing this for several years now, but y'all will only have one. This is the book that we're in right now. Buck's Step by Step for Medical Coding. This is what it looks like. And it'll tell you to open book when you want to do that, when it's time for you to read something or look at an assignment, whatever. And you'll see like your table of contents is over on the left side. And you can just go to, I'm way back in the appendix right now. You can go to the chapter that you need. You just click on it and it'll bring you to that chapter. Okay. It's not hard, y'all. It's not hard. But if you have issues finding anything later, again, text me. And if you take a picture of your screen with your phone and say, this is where I'm stuck, I will text you back and say, click here.
Great.
So, sometimes I'll even download your picture and paint a little arrow on it and send it back to you that way. But this is what your books look like. It's super, super easy. Super easy. And I think that's about it, you guys. Do you guys have any questions about anything at all while we're here? Whether that it be with the class, me, medical coding, billing, what you got? Good?
I haven't
good.
got the email with the login and stuff.
Let's see. You signed up early last week. Have you checked, if you guys are not seeing those emails, check your spam and your junk folder, because it's coming from like a general IT department email address. So it usually goes to junk or spam. So check there.
Okay.
If you have not received it by like, I'd say 5 o'clock today, shoot me a text message. I will email them and say, hey, can you resend this to her? And they'll resend it.
Okay.
All right. So let's talk real quick before we get off of here about the focus for the next couple of days. Most of y'all are done already for today. Today's focus is this meeting and the day 1 assignment. There's only one person I'm waiting for that from. So y'all are mostly good to go. That puts you active in the program. Tomorrow, our focus, there's no assignments due or anything like that for tomorrow. Tomorrow is all about logging in and getting access to everything. Moodle, your Unitech email, and your books. As soon as you start setting things up tomorrow, text me. This is what I'm working on, or I did this and I'm in, or I'm having trouble with this. Can you help me out? Just keep me posted on your progress as you're going through things. And then Wednesday, as long as Tuesday goes smooth and you're able to access everything, Wednesday, you'll start jumping into Moodle and completing stuff in there. Okay, so we've got a couple of days. We take it slow, guys. We're not just gonna throw you in and it's gonna be, you know, balls to the wall from jump. It's not quite the case. We're gonna ease you into it and it's gonna be all right. Now, that being said, coding, if you've never done it, if you are not familiar with it, can be overwhelming because it's a process. It's a process that you know nothing about. So don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it freak you out. Don't overthink anything. That's what I'm here for. It's literally my job, okay? No overthinking, no stressing ourselves out, because there's nothing to stress over. All you have to do is contact with me and we'll get through everything. Easy peasy, promise. All right, so any questions about what we're focusing on for the next few days? Expectations, anything like that?
No, ma'am.
Awesome sauce. And you ladies are golden. I sure do appreciate y'all taking the time to spend with me this morning. I always really appreciate it. And I know how hard it is sometimes to take time away from your job or your family or whatever you got going on to do this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome to Unitech. Welcome to the class. I'm so happy to have you with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting y'all too. Y'all have a blessed evening and get with me if you need me.
Yes, ma'am.
Will do.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye.